Hey guys, my name is Roxanne and I'm starting this YouTube channel, first video, and I'm gonna show some pictures of just throughout my past, where I've come from, my style. I didn't know certain things of like upkeep and I grew up low income and I've had to learn how to become a woman as the eldest sister with not having any type of role model of how to become a woman, how to express myself, how to express my femininity. And these pictures are just to show how far I've come to now. You can say they go because I got older. No, like there are these things that like my mother is barely learning. And then if you've ever grown up in a traumatic childhood, and we're just trying to learn how to navigate the world, let alone be able to take care of ourselves the way we should. Or you grew up in a single mother household and your mother was just too busy of taking care of the family, and you having to step up, that you didn't learn how to become a woman. Or we're all women, but didn't learn the tools necessary to take care of yourself, put yourself first. Or you're the eldest daughter and everyone relied on you, and you're learning how to break away, or you want to break away from the chains of putting everyone's burden on yourself and never being okay with being a little selfish. Crazy. I'm the eldest of 7. I come from a very traumatic childhood that can be another video. However, briefly, traumatic childhood of emotional abuse, verbal abuse, physical and sexual abuse, and into a home where my mother was a single mother. So I've gone through so many different trials, and I've had a rough upbringing, and the journey from around 19 years old to 26 is drastic. And you'll see in the photos, it's like night and day. It's like night and day. And it's more than just physical. Like, we see the videos online, we see I'm on TikTok and I see how to take care of yourself, or like what I do, high maintenance to stay low maintenance. And like, if I wasn't taught how to take care of myself as a woman, I'm not touching those things, because they're operating from up here, because they had a good stable line, like they were brought up in a certain way, or they learned these things as a young girl. And so when you're barely learning at 19 how to even become a woman, you feel like you fall behind. And there's the physical aspect, and then there's the emotional aspect, like confidence, becoming a better version of yourself. Yes, there's a physical aspect, but there's also a healing aspect to it too. Like it's almost spiritual. And so I really on this channel would like to talk about, and this could be for anybody. However, if you've had traumatic backgrounds, you're the eldest daughter, you come from a single mother household, and you don't feel like you know where to start because everyone's like doing all these crazy things, and yet a lot of these things don't feel super attainable right now. This channel is to help people like us. I grew up low income, lower class, the food stamps, let alone learning how to do my hair, or being able to paint my nails, or finding skincare for my face. No, we didn't have enough money for that. And it just never felt like a priority, something we should be learning how to do as a woman. Those things, they weren't in my reality. And over time, I've had to learn. And if you feel stuck and you feel like you want that experience, this is what I want that YouTube channel to be. If you're whatever you look like at whatever age, these are practical ways and tips to start elevating, glowing up that glowing up in a way that's attainable. Glowing up is, there's so many levels, right? I am not where I would want to be. Like, I still want to glow up from here. I've lost 200, I was 200 pounds, and now I weigh 137. And I've had like a major weight loss. But I will say the confidence boost, the things that I've learned, and the healing, the weight isn't what made me, it was an aspect of it, sure. But learning how to gain confidence from the inside, and no one really tells you how to do it, it's just be confident, but yet everyone's not confident. But once I've gained the confidence, and there were certain things that I implemented to gain confidence, was like, it was a game changer. Pouring energy into yourself, learning how to break away from family dynamics where it just keeps needing you, and like you feel selfish if you want to break away, and saying no, and doing what you want to do. It truly brightened me from the inside out. I was glowing. I started to become magnetic, and I was just like, what is happening? I've lost weight before. This never happened when I lost weight. Everything changed. And the physical wasn't only the way out. It was everything that needed to happen, from the inside to the outside, to the spiritual, to your mental, to the way you talk to yourself or take care of yourself. All of that matters. And in case you don't have a lot of money now, this is a channel where I don't got a lot of money either. But I found ways to make sure that I show up as my best self. I look put together. And I don't get to get facials. I don't get to buy a bunch of makeup or a bunch of clothes. Like, I have to be strategic with these things. But if you partner it with bettering yourself, pouring energy into yourself, the clothes are the add-on. You are confidence, you are beauty itself, and the clothes and the makeup and the getting facials are all the extra. And I want this channel to be for women like us who didn't have anyone to help us, who didn't have someone to give us advice, or I want this to be a community where we help each other at every level of like finances, because it does make a big difference when people are saying buy this, buy that, and we only have so much money, and we are like, we give up. We can never attain to be this version of ourselves that we want to be, but we absolutely can. We absolutely can, but they just need to be attainable. They're levels, like I said. There is another level of taking care of myself I would love to be at, but that's not it right now. So what do? I do what I can until I can get there. And as I said again, that's what I want this channel to be about. And we can talk about trauma, healing, what that looks like, breaking away from, family dynamics that just need too much from you, beauty tips, but beauty tips on a budget, I love on a budget. They are amazing. Health tips, what I eat in a day. Like, weight loss was a big factor, but it was over time. At one point I'd love to do a non-inflammatory diet, but for now, let's hold on and do the things that are attainable right now. A lot of these things cost a lot of money. So what can we do that's attainable now? Well, we can always care about what we're putting into our bodies, moving them. And there are so many aspects of glowing up, and it doesn't matter if you're low income. It doesn't matter if you were never taught. You should be able to have the life you want, even though you don't have the luxury of having a family who gave you the opportunity to do all those things. But you know what? We rise up and we make those opportunities for ourselves. We get up, we become who we want to be, and we just make it happen. This is one life. We get one life. And I want to help. I want to help. I would love feedback. You know, this is for, you know, not strictly, but I am catering to women who was once at low income, full of trauma. Even if you have one of the things, low income, or just trauma, or just whatever, eldest daughter, or you didn't have a mother to teach you how to take care of yourself. Well, we can be a community of that. And if there are ideas that you would want me to talk about, I have just lived such an intense life. I feel like I've lived 2 lifetimes. I don't know if any of y'all relate to that. Like, if you've had a big traumatic childhood, it almost feels like that life was never real. But I've had so much wisdom and I have so much knowledge to give to people who want to do better. I've gone through it all. I've gone through so many things, and yet here I am. And I will say, all thanks to God in the spiritual part and in the healing part. He has made me new, and I cannot say that I did that part. But God did show me things that helped me heal. That I can't afford. I can't afford to go talk to a therapist. And it's interesting because a lot of the things that God has taught me, you hear that people learn. So I feel like through his teaching to me, I can help others. So I just want to make sure I clarify that God gets the glory for my healing of my traumatic childhood. It is a hard thing. You're battling that. And if you have a childhood that is traumatic as well, I am so sorry, but this is a safe environment. This is a safe community for all of us. And that's how I want it to be, you know, and we can grow. We can want what's best for each other. And we say, I'm going to live a different life. I'm going to become the woman I dream of becoming. It takes small steps, but we can get there. So if this is a channel you would like to, you know, subscribe to or come along, please follow or comment if, you know, you have ideas of what you would like me to talk about. I already have ideas what I'd like to talk about, but I do not mind helping. This is a community. Let's grow together as women who were given the wrong, just a rough start to life. But we can grow. We can do anything. And so I really want this channel to be just about encouraging and building each other. So comment, follow, and there will be more videos in the future. I plan on doing reels of not reels, those YouTube videos of, you know, groceries. I do grocery hauls. You know, we want to take care of our bodies, and so, you know, stay tuned for videos that are going to be coming our way. But this is a great introduction, and I can't wait to keep going. Okay, bye.